This is my zinger right here, all right? Significant estrogen and menopause. How many in their training have been told, and even not in their training, just by the general media, that menopause is an estrogen deficiency problem? No ifs, ands, or buts. That's what I was told. That's what people are still being told, that it is an estrogen deficiency problem, and we can't figure out how to give all women estrogen, and that's why we're in such. So let's see what Spiroff says. So on page 636, he says, estrogen production by the ovaries does not continue beyond the menopause. Okay? I don't have any problem with that because I told you I do hormone replacement by the book. Okay? So, after menopause, the ovaries stop making estrogen. What is the ovary? Remember that slide I told you, remember, about special tissue? Okay? So, the ovary is a special tissue. When the special tissue is making estrogen, where can you look for it? Hormones made by the special tissue are released into the bloodstream. So as long as the ovary is making estrogen, it's okay to look for it in the bloodstream. Because at menopause, the special tissue stops making estrogen. Where should you stop looking for estrogen? There's no need of looking for it in the bloodstream. And if you look for it, what are you going to find? Nothing. And if you base hormone replacement on that, that's going to tell you that every woman needs what? Estrogen. And to try and get her estrogen level back up to what it was when she was 25, before you see it in the blood, where is it going to go first? Extracellular tissue. And so to get it up to that level, you're going to overdose her on estrogen. If you overdose her on estrogen, you're going to make her make too many receptors. And when she makes too many receptors, when you try and take it away, she's going to get hot flashes. So she's going to say, give me my estrogen, give me my estrogen. By God, give me my estrogen. I don't care if it does cause breast cancer. Give me my estrogen. Right? And that's what happens. And I'm going to tell you, I know this is being recorded, but some doctors love that because you know what? It keeps them coming. Strike that out of the recording. Don't put that in there. We're going to take that out of the official record. Okay? But that's what happens. But let's keep reading. Estrogen levels in postmenopausal women can be significant. Wait a minute. I thought menopause was an estrogen. How can it still be significant when the ovary stopped making estrogen at menopause? Principally due to the extraglandular conversion of androstenedione and testosterone to estrogen. I didn't show you, I kind of flipped through it, but just go back and look at the steroid cascade. There is this enzyme called aromatase that will convert androstenedione to estrone, and it'll convert testosterone to estrogen. And it's found everywhere. Okay? So you can make a significant amount of estrogen extraglandularly. What's extraglandularly? Outside of the special tissue. So that estrogen that's made outside of the special tissue is not going to show up where? In the bloodstream. And you know what? Aromatase is in men too. So if I overdose them on androstenedione and testosterone, what are they going to make? Estrogen. And what does estrogen do to clotting factors? It raises them. What is the FDA concerned about with testosterone? And everybody's, oh, we got to do a study. We got to do a study. We got to do it. We got to take 10 years and spend $1 billion and do a study. No, you don't. Open up the biochemistry book. I got 5 minutes. Oh. Principally due to extraglandular. So it's not a mystery. None of this stuff is a mystery. But people want to act like it's a mystery. I could have told you that. I told people that a long time ago. Don't get careful. But you know what? Those men act about testosterone like the women with estrogen. Give me my testosterone, give me my testosterone. I'm back, God, give me my testosterone. I've got to have sex 3 times a week. My 25-year-old girlfriend, she expects that. And you know what? Doctors love it because it keeps them coming. It keeps them in the office. So anyway, the clinical impact of this estrogen varies from one postmenopausal woman to another. So you know what? You can't give every woman the same amount of Premarin, and you know what? You can't give them the same amount of Biest either. So I'm telling you, if you do hormone replacement in the same manner, you're going to get into the same trouble. You know, I know docs who give every woman the same little cocktail. Spiroff says you can't do it. I might be stepping on people's toes, but I'm just telling you what Spiroff said. If you don't like it, call up Spiroff. He wrote the book. Okay? The clinical impact of this estrogen varies from one postmenopausal woman to another, depending on the degree of extraglandular production modified by a variety of factors. The percent conversion of androstenedione down to estrogen correlates with body weight. Increased production of estrogen from androstenedione down with increasing body weight is probably due to the ability of fat to aromatize androgens. This fact and a decrease in the levels of sex hormone binding globulin, and if you decrease the binding globulin, you're going to increase the free amount of estrogen or testosterone, either one, contribute to the well-known association between obesity and the development of endometrial cancer. Body weight, therefore, has a positive correlation with circulating levels of estrogen and estradiol. I'll tell you, patient walks into my office, I know whether or not they're going to need estrogen or not. If they're thin, probably they are. If they're not, they probably are not going to need it. If they're thin, they probably are. If they're not thin, they probably are not going to need estrogen. Because I understand this. Now, different women are different. You may be fooled, so you test everybody. I don't just go by body weight, but Spiroff says a body weight is a good indicator. So I do hormone replacement by the book. I'm going to stop here. Like I said, you're going to, I'll be around to talk. You can come to other lectures. But I want you guys to have the courage to do what you're supposed to do, what you have learned and remembered to do, and don't just follow the crowd. Because there is a big crowd. I didn't give you my caterpillar story, but there's a crowd of people out there giving a lot of hormones to a lot of people. And hormones make beta endorphins. They make patients feel better. And you can get patients hooked on feeling better, but to get the ultimate biologic response, you have to balance the actions of the hormones with their respective receptor. If you don't remember anything else I said, remember you have to balance the actions of the hormones with their respective receptors in order to get the ultimate biologic response. Okay?